Hey guys, what's up? It is Range Report. It is Saturday, the 16th of September. Where'd this year go? Anyway, let's get into it. All right, so first off, two things. We got a bunch of weather. It's probably gonna start raining any second. The wind is crazy and it's messed up stuff, so we didn't get everything done we needed to get done. It's this wind. It's great, but it's the wind. Also, my voice. I feel like I'm having to yell. My voice has been shot. Like, the past week, I've had the cruds. I don't know what it is. Whatever the nasty flu from wherever, I don't care where it's from. It's nasty, it's not fun, I don't like it. Headaches, cold stuff, things in my voice. Well, it was gone for like 2 days, and now it's kind of back. I can talk, doesn't hurt anymore. It just sounds like I got a frog in my throat, and it's kind of frustrating. So, sorry about those two things. There's nothing really I can do about it. It is what it is. But we came out here and we shot anyway. So, what'd we work on? What's good and what's happening, all right? So, we worked on the Checkmate HD. It's a suppressor by Griffin Armament. It's their 22 suppressor. We shot it on 22 Magnum. We shot it on 22. We shot it on 5.7. We finally bought a 5.7. That's a super cool gun. I need to do a video on that. I don't know. 5.7 is so fun once you shoot it. It's just so... I forgot, because I shot it a while back on that, on the P90 and the, what is it, the P90 and the, whatever, the 50 something, I don't remember what it's called. Awesome guns, awesome caliber, super cool. Anyway, but we have one, a 5.7, so now we shot that on those guns. Interesting thing, or not interesting, frustrating thing, I don't know how the audio turned out because of all this wind, and if you're testing suppressors, you want to optimize the audio quality. And if we got wind buffering stuff, it's gonna be a pain. So I only did that one suppressor really today. I had a bunch more I need to get done, but with this weather, there's nothing you can do about it. So that was fun. We tested that guy out. We tested out the Griffin Armament gate lock. It's not this, but it goes on A2 flash hider, so it's a gate lock. It's a hub mount that attaches to standard A2 flash hider. So if you have a standard A2 flash hider setup, you don't need to go out and get some fancy muzzle device. You can utilize the gate lock hub mount, and as long as your suppressor is hub compatible, that 1 3/8x24 thread pattern, you should be able to run your suppressor on your A2 flash hider setup firearms. It's pretty cool, pretty neat. So we tested that on a couple different, couple different firearms. That was fun. That was pretty neat. This guy, he's been on Patreon. They've known about this guy for a while. This is pretty neat. This is pretty cool. This is the Foxtrot mic upper receiver, the 12.5-inch barrel. It's all integrally operated, right? So your operating system, your recoil spring is in here. There's no buffer tube, right? So this guy side charges, works, like it's cool. It's pretty neat. By itself, it's pretty neat. This down here, this is by Reap Weaponry, okay? They sent one of these out, and they're going to allow me to bequeath, is that the word? One to you guys, I think. I gotta be careful and choose my words carefully. But one of these will find its way to one of you, we'll just say that. At some point, I gotta figure out how exactly we gotta do that, because might have to do it on Instagram, I'm not sure, but we'll figure it out. But it's cool, it's basically the SCY, S-C-Y, from Reap Weaponry. That's this bottom part here. It turns your standard AR-15 lower into basically a bullpup, right? You could do this with a standard AR-15 system, but then you're gonna have this buffer tube and it's just weird, messed up. That's why with specific uppers or operating systems like Foxtrot mic that have internal or bufferless, they call them bufferless. There's really a buffer in here, but they're not bufferless, but there's no buffer tube. Buffer tubeless systems, it works really well. So allowing this thing to be a bullpup, to be fired the way that it's supposed to be fired, and operated the way it's supposed to be operated. It's pretty cool. So magazines, yeah, they still go in the bottom back here. I think it's pretty neat. So we shot this guy a little bit today, again with all the, not rain yet, but the wind and stuff. I didn't do a suppressor review because this is a suppressor that we have to review. This is the KGM, I believe it's their, is it R556? It's their heavy use 556, heavy use 556 can, yeah. R556. They have a flash hider right here. That's the way that this guy mounts up. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Worked really well, because without the suppressor on here, this guy's a firecracker, especially this close and this close up to you is pretty interesting. But this is fun. Anyway, this is not a review about this guy, but this is something we shot today. That was fun. Two other things, kind of three, two other things. One is this guy. I was stoked, super excited about the Palmetto State MC1 slide. So is it ports? Is it comps? I don't remember. It's an integrated compensator into the slide. I need this to work because this is supposed to replace my standard 43X slide that I outshot or broke, whatever, the brake that I had on there, or the compensator I had on there. It finally broke after how many years, how many rounds, I don't know. But it finally broke. So I'm looking for a replacement. And then they finally released, Palmetto State finally released the MC1 slide. And so, long story short, I did a video on it a little bit, but we shot this guy. I will say, I'll spoiler alert for you, not super accurate and not 100% reliable. So what are you supposed to do with it? If it's not super accurate and it's not 100% reliable, what is it? Well, generally it's a toy. At that point, it's a range toy. And this is where I wish I could point everybody to when I say, when companies give me things, I do not have to defend a purchase, okay? They did not give me this. Palmetto State has never, I'd love to, but they've never worked with me and sent me things to review. They don't do it, not for me. They do it for other people, but not for me. I'm not bitter, I'm just saying, I bought this. So, since I paid $250 for this, I really want it to work. So I have to be very careful and choosy about how I word my review on this thing, because it's not a review. It's not a review yet. I've shot like, a couple hundred rounds through it, maybe. And yeah, you'll hear the excuses. It needs to be broke in, it needs this, it needs that. Maybe it does, but it's not 100% yet, and it is not super accurate, and it is a pain in the butt to try to zero. So I don't know. That's a spoiler alert for you guys. Also on here is a P80 43 frame that we have, and we shot a little bit, tiny bout. I didn't even do a video on it, but these are the Shield Arms 9-round magazines for the P80. Anyway, those are video stuff coming up. One other thing that I thought was super cool, this was given to me. This is my disser system right here that I build. This right here is the Rifle Speed Modulator Gas System. Modular. I think that's it. Modular gas control. Super cool. Guys, if you're gonna build a gun and you want a serious gun, and you're gonna run it suppressed and unsuppressed, and you wanna tune the gas, do not get the $30, $40, $50, even $100 adjustable gas blocks. I've gotten them before, some of them. I haven't gotten a whole bunch of them, because pretty much everyone that I've gotten so far, except for one, they break. They'll get carboned up, you'll try to adjust it, and you'll break something. It's frustrating. And I hate it. I've also utilized, I took it out of this one because I don't need it now, but the bootleg bolt carrier group, their adjustable bootleg bolt carrier group. I like that. It works, but you only have 4 settings. Excuse me, which might be all you need. The Rifle Speed Modular, whatever it is, the Rifle Speed adjustable gas block. This is awesome because it's toolless. You don't need little Allen keys and tools. You can get in here and adjust this thing. It comes with 2 different pins, right? One slightly longer, one slightly shorter. That gives you a wide variety or wide range of adjustability, right? You cannot completely close off the gas, which I don't know why you'd want to do that on a gas system. Doesn't make sense. And you can wide open it up. You can open it all the way up if you want. I found for this particular setup, if I run the longer pin, which gives me more restriction, and run it on like 3 or 4, dude, it's smooth. It definitely, noticeably, significantly reduces the recoil impulse, right? And reduces the amount of gas that's coming back in the system, and your system cycles much smoother and better, and it's gonna add longevity to your system. And it's not super expensive. And there's no teeny tiny little bitty parts that are gonna wear out and break. It's simple. It's awesome, it's cool. So anyway, we did a little video on this. Again, with the weather being it is, I had my drone out trying to get an overhead view of the ejection. The drone's probably going to be floating around because this wind's blowing it around, so I'm not sure exactly how it'll turn out. But at some point, I'll have the video demonstrating how this thing works. I'll have it out for you guys. But I think it's cool. That's definitely something to look into. Watch other people's reviews on that. Super, super cool. Super, super cool. Anyway, that's pretty much it. We had other stuff. I got a cough. Hacking my brains out. I'm sorry. So that's pretty much it. We have other stuff to work on. We have some other optics. We got other suppressors. We have resilient arms, resilient weaponries. I can't remember. RS. Resilient suppressors. Anyway, super cool company. Looks like it. They sent me a 22 can and a 9mm can. They're awesome, but I need to do it justice. This weather is not conducive to doing suppressor videos, and it just is what it is. So those will be coming out later. I have other suppressors coming. Very excited about things. If you want to keep more in touch and have more active not day-to-day, but more weekly updates and things, and know about stuff before it actually hits YouTube, go check out Patreon. Those guys know about stuff before it ever hits here. And when the videos get released to you guys, well, they've already been on Patreon. Sometimes for a while, sometimes not for a long time, but they've already been there. I try to upload everything there first anyway. So if you want to support and you want to check out what's going on before it hits the regular YouTube stuff, go check it out over there. Also, this hoodie thing, I wore it all day today. This is one of those bearskin hoodie things. I reached out to them, told them I live in Alaska. I'd love to try out their stuff because, you know, they say it's the last hoodie you'd ever need. Well, I wore this thing today, and even with all the wind, it's not cutting through here. It's not cold. It's 49 degrees. It's really not cold. It's only cold until it gets to the 20s. But really nice and comfy all day. This is pretty slick. I actually like it. So I'll do a video thing on this later. But for now, I just got to wear it and see how it all works, hunt with it and all that stuff. That's it. We worked on other stuff, but I'm droning on. My voice is getting dry, and I'm dry heaving, and I don't want to do that. So that's it. You guys be good. You be safe. I appreciate you guys. I really, really do. I really do. I say that, and I don't mean that slightly. I really appreciate you guys that actually take the time to watch these videos, actually take the time to comment, interact, and really the guys that take the time and, you know, put their money where their mouth is and support over on Patreon, or go check out the merch and stuff that we have down below. Those guys are really cool. I really do appreciate that. And all the companies that send me stuff, appreciate you guys. I'm done. I'm gonna clean up, go home, take a nap. Y'all be good to be safe. Catch you later.